Hi, so today in this video we are going to scrape the blogs from the Google or whatever the URL is, and then taking this data into the Notion directly. So basically what we are going to do, this is the one of the post on the Gumroad forum, and this is the blog website over here. So I open this blog over here, and here you can see all the posts. And when I come back at the bottom, so we can see there are some other pages also. And when I look into the URL, so it's changing with the number of 2, 3, 4 and till 10. So to save the time and all of these things, basically the process is same. uh, the Gumroad will not scrape all the URLs, basically the web scraper, so we have to just put all these URL one by one. So what I did over here in the chat GPT, just ask him like, hey, this is the page 2, so share it till the page 10. The URL is same, just the 2, 3 and numbering will be changed. So you can do the same thing and then put that in your sheet. So this is the Google sheet over here, blog scraper sheet. And just not be confused over here. So basically this is the page 1 URL of blog, and this page contains these blog posts till here, blue legs. So we have only some few posts on the page 1 which will be scraped, but the scraping has not that ability to click on second page, third page, fourth page. So for doing that, you can just go to your Google sheet and put all the other URLs which you have taken from here. So just scrape all of these, not scrape, just take all of these, copy and just paste them over here in the blog pages to scrape. And we will be just using loop thing, so it will scrape first, second, third and so on. So right now I've just done this thing over here, and you can just put the rest of the URLs over here and it will scroll all of these one by one. I hope so the basic point is clear over here. Now the next thing is to start building the loop process over here, or the workflow in the Gumroad. So let's jump into that. Over here you can see this is the workflow which I have created just because of this forum thing over here, because at the end the user was getting some error, Notion page writer and something like that. By the way, you can just use the error shield over here and this issue will be fixed, but this video will show you in detail every single thing what you want to achieve or what else you can do with this data. So over here we have this Gumroad process over here. So let's start this video. So basically we have the Google Sheet reader over here, super simple. So it basically take the URL. From here you can just share and take the URL or select a file directly by putting this name and select your file over there. Sheet 1 is there already, where blog pages are there. So simply I just pasted the link over here and selected the sheet 1 and then the column from where I want to get the URL. So once I get this URL, and by the way you can also use the input node over here, and if you are using the input node, then make sure it will scrape one URL at a time. So right now in this case I can also use the input because I am scraping only one URL here in the Google Sheet. But if you have the others pages also, like page 1, 2, 3, so you can just use this process which I am currently using. So once the Google Sheet reader is got the URL from Google Sheet, we are just taking this URL to website scraper and it will just scrape all the data on that page. So once the data is scraped, this is just super simple, just drag and drop this node and this link is coming dynamically from here. And make sure to click this advanced scraping in order to scrape every single thing. So advanced means advanced. Then we are just asking AI like, hey, this is the content which I have scraped, now extract all this information. So what we need, so basically in this post the person was needing like, hey, I want the blog title and along with that generate summaries that are pasted in a Notion page. So based on his requirement I'm just creating all of these things. So whatever you want to extract, you can just put that query over here. So in this case we just want the blog title and generate brief description of 2 to 3 lines based on the content present in the context. So context is over here. Make sure to take this website content, the scraped content, into the context, and in the prompt just put in your prompt what you want to achieve or what you want to extract from it, and select the AI model from here, whatever you want to go with. Make sure to go with ChatGPT for advanced, else the process can be stuck somewhere in the middle or you might get some 2 to 3 results and then it's just stuck or ended with half data. So make sure to select GPT-4 over here, because the scraping thing and blog post are too many over here, so maybe around 36, 12 and 3 per column per row. So just be sure while working on such big processes. So it's not too big, but still you will be stuck in the middle, so it's best to use the ChatGPT 4 advanced model. So this is done over here. So we have asked the AI to get all the data, and then this response is going to the extract data model. This extract data model further takes the title and description, and make sure to select the extract list, because we want every single thing in the form of list, so we can just take the notes and put them into the rest of the things, which I will show you later on. So this data is just extracting the title separately, and then the blog brief description over here. And we are also using GPT-4 over here, and over here you can just go with any other one, but make sure just play with it and you will get the desired results, because you have to test out which is working best for you. Now what I'm doing over here, so basically this extract data is going directly into Google Sheet, but the thing is we cannot just connect this extract data model with the Google Sheet writer, maybe due to loop thing. Else if you just connect it directly, you might get an error or type do not match, something like that. So to avoid this, we are using some flattened list of list, and right now we have some two fields, so we will be using them separately, flattened list of list and flattened list of list. This will take this brief, and why we are doing this process over here, this extra step, just to take the data over here into Google Sheet, because we cannot put the data directly. Although you can see we can just connect these dots, but it will not connect due to the type do not match error, maybe due to loop thing and all of this stuff. But still, to avoid the error and keep the process flowing, we have just connected the title with the flattened list and the brief with the flattened list over here. So these are just separated over here, and you can just click on this, so this is coming over here, and then this flattened list is coming over here into Google Sheet. So ignore the combined text over here. So over here, from the title is coming into the flattened list, and this flattened list is going directly into the Google Sheet blog title. And you might be saying like, hey, why Google Sheet is over here, we are working on the Notion. But this is the extra step over here, because I want, like, we can just use this how we want to automate every single thing. So what I'm doing over here, I'm taking the data into Google Sheet also, and taking it into the Notion also, and then sending an email if there is some errors or issues. So just stick to the till to the end of the video, and you will just look into some other step also which are helpful for you, maybe in this process or any other process. So this flattened list is coming into the Google Sheet blog titles coming directly over here, and the same for the brief description. So it's coming here, and then from the flattened list it is coming into the brief description. So our Google Sheet is updated with the title and description, and it looks like this. So let's go to the sheet 2, and over here you can just see this is the blog title 1, and this is the description of brief description of the blog title 1, and we have scraped all of these things over here till 37. Now let's jump into the next step. Now we want to take this data and put that into the Notion, and for doing that, right now we are using the Notion page writer over here. And to achieve all of these things, we need some we want to put that in the content, because we want to put this content in the Notion page writer. So for doing that, we have just one field, which is the content field over here. And now we have to just take this data, which is coming from title is coming from here, and the description is coming from here, and this data is directly coming to the input 2, and input 1 is coming till here. So title and description are now combined in the combined text over here, and once the data is combined, now it's time to come up with the ask AI model, like, hey, I need the data in this format. So now over here you can just tell AI like, hey, extract the content from the context, which is the combined text, and I want the content to come in the form of list. So whatever you want, you can just put like, hey, it should come in the form of like this and this, and just give examples, and so it can come with the best data, and just select the AI model from here, whichever you want to use. and it will come up with the desired data. So once that's done, now we are just taking this Ask AI model response to the Notion page, right? And over here you can just see this error shield. So basically you can just click over here and just type the error shield and just put it over here, and whatever node you are having. So right now I'm not doing anything with this. Let's say Ask AI model. So what you will do in this case, just drag this and put this inside of error shield, and it will come inside of that. And why error shield? If you get something issues or errors like this, like Notion page writer failed or something like that. So if the first blog post title, sorry, let's say this is coming directly to the Notion, but this failed. Due to this, all the other lists or all the other content will be failed, and you will be stuck at this process. So like you have to fix this issue, and then you can just move on to the next process. To avoid this and save the time and process, we can use the error shield over here. If the first one got an error, it will skip this and continue to the next process. So this is something like that. So I hope so everything is clear till here. So let's delete this for now. And inside of this error shield, once the Notion page writer, so it's come over here, and here you can just see past input through. So I have just checked this button over here. Why I'm doing this over here? Because if we got any error over here, then this error should go, the error content should go to the email. So I'm just sending an email notification over here. So if we got any error over here, in the error will come over here to the email body, and to whom I want to send this, just put in the email. If you want to send it to yourself or whoever you want, just put that email over here and put the email subject over here. So this is related to Blogger Scraper has some failed submission. So this is my email subject. You can put anything over here, and this data is coming directly to email if I get any error or issue while running this flow. And if you don't want to make this process more longer, so just uncheck this button, and all these three fields will be removed, and no email process will continue. So once this process is done, you can just see in the Notion. So I just created this page over here, blog scraper content, and this is how I was getting the content. So it was coming in a list. The title is also coming as a list, and brief description is also coming as a list over here. So now you have to just play with the content, like hey, just don't put the extra content over here, and you will guide the AI in this step over here in the Ask AI model. So over here you can just tell AI like hey, put the content like this way, just give some examples and play with it. The more you play with it, the better it will just come up with the data or the final output. So just play with this, and you will just come up with the best data. And this is the whole process. Now it's on you how you want to guide them or get the better data, and how you can just save your credits by using some different AI models. Just play with it and test it out. But this is the complete flow where we are just getting the data from Google Sheet and then putting into the website scraper. And if you are having multiple URLs, in this case we will be using multiple URLs, because the URL is changing. At one page there are some posts, and the second page is having multiple posts. It's just on the loop process is there. So the web scraper has not that ability to click on the second page, third page. So we have to just put that into a sheet in the sheet 1, and you can take the URLs from the AI, because we have to just change 2 3 and something like that. Copy that, paste them in the sheet, and then it will start scraping. And we do have the content in the Google Sheet also, and we do have updated our Notion over here, and the data is not looking the way we want it, because the title is also there. You can just remove this, guide AI like hey, remove this title and just give me data in a clean format. Remove the description also, and look at this. For every single output we are seeing this thing over here. So you can just guide AI like hey, just don't give me this nonsense text over here. Just extract the data from the context, whatever it is, just take it and share the data like this. And maybe just remove the list also, so we can just get the data the way we want. So yeah, so just give some examples to the AI, and you will be getting data like this. And just remove this if you want. it's on you, like how you want the data. Just give example to AI and it will come up with the content the way you want. So while running, I just got some issues, which I can just share it with you. So in the error shield, we got some two issues which were not updated in the Notion. So let me show you that. So I just received this email like, hey, this is the title, blogger Scapper has some failed submission, and in my case there were some two failed submissions. So this is the first email and I received the second email for the second failed submission. And now you know, like, this is the title which got failed. So just copy this title and this is the brief description. And over here was why I was telling like, hey, to put the data in the CSV in the Google Sheet over here. So now you can just do something like, hey, Control F and do something like that. Although this is not the automation thing over here, but at least you know like which line is getting an error. So you can just see the data over here. Maybe I don't know why the Notion is not taking this data and allowing to paste it over here. Maybe this content is having some issue, pillbox or something like that. Don't know what's going on over here, but we are having an error and Gumloop has nothing to do with that. But Notion is not allowing us to paste it, so we cannot do anything over here. So just play with it and maybe you can find any solution. So just put that in the comment box so other can know about it. That's it. I hope so this video makes sense and you can do anything with this, because every single step is same and you can achieve similar results with this. And I will be just putting the video over here in the reply over here, and it will help the Sagar and any other person who want to achieve similar things. Just play with it. And because this process is still not completed, because I haven't shown you like, hey, put this all URLs and just do this and running it and all of these things, because this tutorial will be too long to understand every single thing. But I did share every single thing, like how the data is coming and how you have to just follow different paths in order to achieve some different things. And I think so I have achieved majority of things over here, like Google Sheet thing, and then putting some into the Notion and putting the error shield over here, and then for the failed processes, just sending an email to the person or prospect who you want to share the error. So the process is super simple to follow, and I just make simple processes in order to understand better for anyone who can just drag and drop and just understand the process and flow completely without making it just too difficult. So that's it, and I hope so this video will be helpful, and you can just check out the rest of the videos in the Gumloop playlist on the channel. Take care, goodbye.